All right, happy Monday. It is a Monday, and hopefully, y'all had a great weekend. Welcome to Truth versus Authority. And, the whole conversation today is about some of these psychics and predictions of 2026. And my question to you, have any of them come true? And so, this is going to be a crowdsourced conversation today, meaning you all are going to help me with this conversation and post in the chat any predictions by any psychic that you know that we can potentially research in the future that what they said in 2026 have come true already, and should we believe or understand that? Now, I'm not telling you that I don't believe in psychics and psychics don't exist, and the fact that they're not real and some of the things that they do, but we're talking about psychic influencers, the one who are influencing humanity and people and millions of people to do things and say things, to think things, and to prepare for things that probably hadn't happened. And so let's talk about that today. And again, why don't you get involved and put in here your chats and things that, again, what these psychics have done and pretty much. So we're going to get right into this right after this message. All right. So with that being said, I'll just start out. Did any particular event or things transpired that you have heard about that some of the people have been talking about? Again, I'm looking into the chat and I will see your response from there. Now we're going to already segue from the one that was supposed to happen on the 24th, which was probably one of the bigger ones that hundreds and hundreds of people were supposedly be abducted. Now I'm seeing other influencers that are now reporting maybe we missed the abduction. And I'm like, really? Maybe it happened in the conscious realm. Maybe it happened in some other dimension that we didn't know, but the ship supposedly showed up and people were taken. Now, I'm not vouching for any of that and saying, but again, my disclaimer is I do believe in psychics. I do believe in precognition and all of the talent and the gifts that people have. So I'm a believer. What I'm not trying to buy into is some of these bigger worldly events that people have been speaking of that's driving people to think and do certain things that are not happening. And so again, we can go back to the biggest one on the 24th, which was a couple of days ago, that fortunately was supposed to abduct people. Now I've heard of a lot of stuff. You heard even from last year, the motherships. You've heard of the return of the Anunnaki. You've heard of just so many things, and it's starting to make me wonder of some of these people dreaming, or maybe in their defense, they're talking about something in a whole different timeline. Maybe the timeline is totally different than what we are thinking of in how things are going. But the whole point I'm saying is that, now we can, I'm not calling people cuckoo, by all means, but at this point now, make it stop. Because if it's going to happen, make it happen. If it's not going to happen, from there. And like I told you before, our team, Devin and TK, we talked about this over the weekend, Friday, of the prediction of this World Cup games. Now, I'm just glad that they didn't predict the fact that who's going to win it or what games, and people go gamble and put their whole houses up for, the outcome of some type of scenario that did not happen, which was supposed to happen. And they're going to win millions and millions of dollars or lose everything that they have. But in this case, what are we losing? Something that's more valuable than money. We're talking about our minds. So people losing their minds. Now, I think that's more valuable than money when it comes down to this. And so I want to ask you, of any of you this year or has already passed, let's go with something that's already passed. Have any of you heard of some type of event that's already past June that did not happen? What about you, TK, over there in Devon, besides the one that Devon was falling behind 2 days ago? But is there any other things out there?
I mean, the only older one that I remember was the one that it was the Rapture.
Rapture?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember
everybody
that
was coming through talking about Jesus was coming back and that they needed to get right and release everything.
Well, Jesus has been coming back for 2,500 years.
I'm just telling you what was the last one, sir.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So he didn't come back.
No, of course not.
What about you?
Um, the only prediction that he's a very famous channeler, Bajir Daralanka. Um, he said that there would be major disclosure in 26, and 27 is supposed to be like the major year next year where full disclosure, not full disclosure, but it's a progressive thing that they're gonna, you know, make disclosure, and then just gonna get more and more pronounced from there. But
But
27 is the
anything can
major year.
happen. So any major disclosure could be the cat jumped over the rat. You get what I'm saying? It's like, what do they consider major? Major is the alien going to show up. Major is the fact that we had a movie. Major is, you know what I'm saying? Because the clarification of that, I think these days of what we're looking at, because people have been talking about disclosure for quite some time. We've been in this space. And so we already got some, or we hadn't got some. Or do people say, I just want to see the alien, or whatever.
But this is the first time that the United States actually had Senate hearings on UFOs and UAPs and disclosure and biologics. They've never done that throughout history.
Well, they needed to do what they're doing. You've already said it. Follow the money. They needed to open up another windfall of money and get people to vote on things that hadn't happened. Well, Garrett said that some lady said a massive tsunami was supposed to obliterate Japan, and that didn't happen. And if it did, it was in another dimension. That's my point. Imagine how many people moved out of Japan. None of them, because they ain't that crazy over there. Their government be like, y'all better not even pack a bag, turn off the internet and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know. Someone said both rapture is happening nonstop. It's not a specific 3D event. Okay. And I think we all can follow that line if we want to say so, and that can happen over the next 300 years. But what I'm saying is there's people out there who have been giving specific details based on specific outcomes, and none of that is happening.
Right.
And people are steady saying that they want these things to happen, and it's just not happening. So I think it's pretty much, how we looking at it and everything else. And it's one of those deals. I left my phone somewhere. Seriously? Where? In the kitchen? You would do that.
I would. But I gotta be nice.
Then you'll be instigating. Then you'll be what we. Thank you. Damn, I ain't never left my phone anywhere. I left my phone in the kitchen, y'all, of the building. Okay. Wow. Anyway, someone said keep putting that knowledge out there. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing it. But I don't see any of y'all admitting the fact that something happened that didn't happen that you thought was going to happen. I know everybody in here, there's enough people in here who thought something was going to happen and it had not happened. You can admit it. You believed it. I probably believed something in some form or fashion, but let's talk about it. Let's put it out there, And for example, Bashir, who he's talking about, has made tons of predictions. And I don't remember tons of corrections either.
That's true.
I don't remember that.
That's very true.
And these people sit here and they do this. I think the world is going to get a new McDonald's tomorrow. Now, that's a prediction that we know is going to happen.
Right.
That can happen, but I predict that 800 people is going to get abducted by a mothership, and people believed it.
Very true.
I mean, what do we say about that? I mean, how do we, it's like, it's hard to believe people with anything these days.
There's definitely profits, but 95 to probably 98 to 99% are false profits. And they're doing it for the money, fame, popularity.
All right. So, having said that, how do people decipher through that, TK? How are you going to know that this is a false prophet. Well, let's take the word prophet out because that's different from a psychic. Am I correct?
Yes.
Because the psychic is prophesizing
Hmm.
as opposed to them being a prophet, right?
Hmm.
So how do you do that? You know, and pretty much, and someone putting up here and saying, I can't wait for them to say, "Oh, the world is ending," and them selling stuff because I'm gonna be able to do the bandwagon and buy their shit. I don't blame you,
Hmm. Credit
but
card.
hey, but that's already started though. There's if y'all Google, there are some YouTube videos of wealthy people telling everybody to sell their stuff. You're not gonna need it.
Hmm.
That's already begun.
Hmm.
Now, whether they selling it for mass money or whatever, but that prediction has already happened. You know, people are doing that
Yeah.
right now.
Well, a lot of people they fall for the okey doke.
Okay. I mean, there you go. So I think it's pretty much we can do that. Monkey said, I think I remember them saying something about Greenland, but I can't remember all what does, you know, that anybody else. Well, Greenland, it was always that, you know, our administration wanted to buy it and said we was going to buy it and take over it. You know, those are some of those things. But we're talking about some of these big predictions. The Anunnaki is going to be here tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, we all heard the last one. 3-Eye Atlas is on its way and it's here on Monday. And it's going to pull up like it is at the gas station.
Right.
And you have people all on YouTube saying, yeah, 3-Eye Atlas is coming. We see it. And all of a sudden, there are some, okay, black people like this getting off the ship.
Hmm.
This is black people. I'm brown. This is black. Maybe black does get off the ship, but not none of us getting off those ships. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So we have all of these things, and it's really interesting to know. She said, hey, I'm from Australia. Thank you for coming. I only understand 50% of what you're saying, but I can't stop watching. I'm trying to find the unrevised edition of the Naha manga. Can anyone help?
Unrevised.
Is what editions do we have?
We have
Now, can we ship to Australia? Maybe we can ship her one.
no, it's the revised and updated translation.
Okay, so you want the unrevised. The one we have, let me see that one.
Yeah, it's the revised.
We have the revised edition, but if you are looking for the unrevised, I don't know. That would probably be cool to have, right? From those things, I think it'll be probably good to have from there. Your memories are tied together through higher self and shown in your dreams, since it's just another you. Okay, I mean, that could be what they're talking about. You know, when it comes down to, you know, seeing these things, maybe they are seeing something in a alternate timeline. Maybe they're seeing things in a whole different future sense and all those things. Maybe that is what's happening. I'm not really for sure, but I do know at this point that I just can't remember any big events happening yet.
No big events, but just we're talking about psychics now, and I just thought about something years ago. There's a nun, a Catholic nun in Chicago.
Mhm.
I think she's a nun for Loyola University. She predicts basketball games. She loves Loyola
Okay,
basketball,
yeah.
and she's like 80%. She predicts the Super Bowl. I think from the 90s up to like mid 2000s, I think she's like 80% correct. It's a
Okay.
nun from Chicago. I don't remember her name. I just remember, you know, the news talking about her all the time in Chicago.
Okay. Well, I mean, all right, let's put it like this. Some of you consider yourself psychics. Put a one in the chat if you consider yourself a psychic or have psychic abilities. That's the first thing. Put a one in the chat if you feel that. And while we're saying that, real quickly, I'm gonna give a shout out to the people. You remember we talked about this drive, this life-changing information that you should put in a safe deposit box, changing the world, all the information stuff. There are scrubbing stuff on the internet right now that you won't find some of this stuff. I want to thank this person who sent me their drive and this person who we ordered their drives. These are going to be game-changing people. I just want you to know, you know who you are, and your life is about to change, getting access to this information. And thank you for joining our research team of doing that, because we got to work together to find stuff that is hidden out of 20,000 books and 20,000 audios, 5,000 videos. There's things in here that we need to know about. And as a collective, I want to thank you for doing that. And for those of you who are planning to call me over the weekend and didn't, that's okay too. We're going to probably allow at least 5 or 6 more people to get access to this. And then our team of insiders should be complete. The circle is complete. And we will change the world together in our private settings and everything else, especially if those in a Patreon. We'll be talking about that tonight too. And we're going to update and see where everybody is on their astro projection ability. So we're going to do that after this show tonight. We'll go live for a little bit in Patreon. All right, so back to where we were going. Someone said, yes, your email is not working. It is working. My email is working. It's working because that's how I got in touch with these people. It is working. Test my email for me, though, somebody. Rod@roderickmartin.com. Send me an email, TK.
Gotcha.
But it is working. My email is working. All right, so let me look here. So we got a couple of people. One person said that they're psychic, 7, not 6. Said that they're psychic. That's cool. Monkey said, I didn't call you because I couldn't pay my $100 yet because I had to put my car back. You have to put it all out there like that. That's cool. I got you. That's cool. But happened to pay another $1,000. So I apologize. Well, shoot. Hey, you gotta spend it where you gotta spend it, you know. Yeah, so delay in shipping. Where's my stuff? Man, they always don't send nothing over here. Okay, you sending me an email?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. So we're gonna test the email. So we got one person said it was psychic. Now, here's the warning and why we're having this open discussion today, because people already did so many psychic predictions this year. I'm talking plenty of them by a lot of people, because there is a collective effort right now that's probably trying to gear everybody for something to whatever. And they're doing this out here. You know, my concern is the fact that it's happening more in our space than any other space. We got more conscious people that are consciously seeing the future. And they all, you know, we're not saying they're all, and they do begin to say the same thing depending on who's saying it. Is that a collective unconscious thought that Carl Jung talks about, how we all are one from source? Or is it copycat? So what do y'all think? Are we having copycat psychics out there?
I mean, in this particular case, that's what it felt like, because you asked me the question earlier, how would one know? So it goes back to just like an order of discernment. Like you get a feeling in your stomach if you felt like it was right, or you would hear or feel a notion. Like Monkey was asking, there are 8 different clairvoyancies that a person can have.
Okay.
Whether it's hearing, smelling, seeing, feeling, and I forgot the other 3, but that's just to name a few. So, like, when you asked me the question last week, I was like, none of my spidey senses went off. So I don't feel like this is a valid experience that would even go down. So, yeah, it's just an order.
But him over there thought it was happening.
I don't know what's going on with his discernment.
No discernment. I just hoped that it would happen.
Yeah, you can't use hope as a discernment, though.
I want the government to see. I want to see.
Yeah, but we got 800 people. We got 800 people would have been missing.
Well, no, I didn't want that to happen. I just wanted
you can't have one without the other.
Or the mother plane
it was coming to take 800 people. You can't have one without the other.
Well, you have UFO sightings all the time without.
Yeah, but we're now. Don't get me wrong. I wanted 800 people to get taken.
Well, I didn't.
That'd have been content. That'd have been content for 2 years.
And clairvoyancy.
Yeah.
And brought some love back to this planet.
I wanted 800 people to get taken.
I did.
Period. And I wanted the number to be accurate, dead ball accurate. 700, whatever they say, how many was gone, I want them to be gone. And if they took them because they were sitting right there going, take me, like in Independence Day, they're opening up.
Right.
They'll take their ass with you. Take them all.
Tinfoil hats.
Cut the breeding program down. We're not reproducing those human beings. Cut that DNA pool. All of that. Take them. Because not the fact that they came, but the people who are standing there want to be taken.
Mm-hmm.
Take them.
You're always going to get those people, though. But once they are abducted and they start doing experimentation on them, they're going to wish that they stayed on Earth.
Well, that's my point. You would think they were smart enough to know.
Mm-hmm.
People, let me give y'all some context here. This is an alien probe. Okay? I want you to understand. This is an alien probe. This is what they do. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If 700 people want this, and they want this in places that they want this, you know?
Not I.
If they want this in the places that they want this, and how they want it, and when they want it, matter of fact, take them. Take them. Take them. Because there's not a person out here don't know that these don't exist in the alien world.
Right.
If you've been watching any story of an abductee, they doing this, and it ain't like this. It's this. And they're sticking probe, and they're not just poking you. They're going, and you only have 2 or 3 holes to use. Okay? So use your imagination. Use your imagination. And people are getting probed all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Whitley Strieber, he wrote Communion, the book. He said it. It's not a wonderful feeling. Getting taken advantage of is not a wonderful feeling, but people are asking for this stuff, is what I'm saying. They're asking for it.
Some people have issues.
The issues got issues, but
I
I'm
want to
saying
know the truth. I don't want to be abducted.
well, the truth is they're gonna take you and show you that they exist by
Right.
probing you.
Right.
We're like, you want the truth? You want to know if we're getting probed? Come on.
I want the aliens that took Enoch. I want the aliens that took the Dogon
Enoch ain't coming
tribe.
back and telling you
I
the
don't
manly
want
story that his
reptilians.
manhood got taken. He's not saying that part.
Right.
He left that out the text.
Unless they were true aliens or
He
extraterrestrials.
left. He wanted to keep his manhood. He left that out the text. Obviously, I can guarantee you he did. Anybody would. Nobody's come back to be like, dude, you don't want that. You just don't want that. I'm okay. What do y'all think? Am I just by myself? Y'all get what I'm saying? Are people really want to be pro? Y'all help me out. Let's crowdsource this conversation. I'm just saying, I don't want to be the only one sitting here, you know, and blah, blah, blah. Monkey said, I'm with Roderick. Not too dumb to want to go. Yeah. Please take them because we don't need, we don't. That's my point. Clean house. They need to clean house. That's all I'm saying. Clean house. Because it just don't make sense. It just don't. And people are walking around today listening to the psychics saying that they're going to be at such and such address at 10 p.m. and they're showing up
In droves.
in droves. They're showing up in droves. April said, get them all. That's I know. See, now I know I got some good people out here because we're on the same page. Some stuff you just fall for and some stuff you don't. Now you driving down the street, you and your boo like this, and you roll and you go, hey dear, what's that? Oh, honey, what's that? Oh, that's a light. Oh, really? It's cute. It's orange. Let's go check it out. I'm okay with that kind of shit. I'm okay. Curiosity gets the cat. Well, hey, honey, there's the street. What? The street that everybody said the alien is coming at 10 p.m. Well, let's go over there, dear. You and her together? Who does that?
Common sense ain't common.
Who gets on a plane and fly to Miami? People flew to Miami, didn't buy a ticket to the game, but to be outside to get abducted.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying. It just rattles my brain.
Yeah.
And they act like they do not listen to the victims' stories. Now, one of them come back and saying it was happy-go-lucky. Now, there's a few. Oh, they gave me some planet memory, or they gave me some extrasensory. Okay, you found a good one. But them grays, them reptilians, and them rest of them, they're doing stuff to people. And God forbid you run into one of them fools that think you look like a cow and do cattle mutilation on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm watching David Pilates' The Hunted this weekend, which is a great show, by the way. And now they're tying in all these people in the forest coming up missing. And they're saying aliens is doing it.
Oh, yeah.
And these people are going into a forest that they already know that there's people going into a forest that's not coming out.
Hundreds of people.
What is that?
Right.
How do you go in there? Okay, you got your Navy SEAL, duck training, you got your GPS and GPS, but you're hearing the stories, by the way, and y'all with me on this. The stories is these people are going in there armed with 30-06 rifles. They got more knives than ninjas. They got skill set like the Bearman and the skill sets to go through the jungles and hatchets, satellite phones, water-made boots, camouflage this, GPS this, and they're coming up missing and you want to go. And here's the good part about missing. They find the bodies months and months later, and you still going. So you know the outcome of coming up missing.
And they searched that area 4 or 5 times.
And I'm like, this make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And you know something is in there that's not earthly. That is taking people, and they're still going, I'm going camping this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like
that's crazy.
There's a forest in Japan, either China or Japan,
right?
That people, teenagers, they're notorious for this. They'll go in there, and then these teenagers, they never return, and then when they go in there, they've all committed suicide. Hundreds of kids.
So my point is, we got psychics out there. People are listening and believing. We got scenarios that have not hypothetical outcomes, but theorized outcomes that you're going to die. You're going to die. They had one lady on a show that was found in this forest in a fetal position in water. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So her head is submerged underwater, but the autopsy says she did not die of water. I mean, not die of water, but there was no.
She didn't die from drowning.
Not even drowning. She wasn't. They didn't think she was in water, but the pictures showing her in water.
Mm-hmm.
Her head is submerged in water, but the doctor report was water didn't have nothing to do with it. There's no water around. It's like,
did she die of asphyxiation or
whatever it was? She was found wet, but when she got to the coroner's office, she was dry and never been around water. And they're like, make it make sense. They're finding people that, like I said, they search for forever, ever. Now, here's the other weird part about this. And even though we're talking about psychics, though, the other weird part about this is they're finding these people with their clothes taken off, and some of them with their clothes put back on, but the clothes are put back on backwards and all of this, like something did know how to dress them. Does that not tell you that this is something that has not been around humans for thousands of years, that we wear pants like this and you go in there? Make that make sense. That's all I'm saying.
True.
Something is in there taking clothes off, putting them back on after they kill you, by the way, and they're not putting it back on correct. So you can't sit there and empathize with that. Like, hey, I'm a human being. You know, die should not kill. They're like, what? Where'd that come from? You know,
maybe they listened to a psychic.
The scripture says, "Thou should not." One of the commandments says this, and the alien is like, "What? You saying what now?"
Maybe they listened to a psychic, and the psychic told them that they were going to survive the abduction.
My point is, we have a lot of strange stuff in this world. Is all I am trying to say, and the strange things is not making sense anymore, even in plain sight, in public view. This is what I'm talking about. Because when you got people online saying that a mothership is on its way, Atlas will be here on Monday at 3:00, like it just has a schedule like a train. You know what I'm saying? And then at 2:59, you leave out your office looking up in the sky waiting. Now, don't get me wrong. Eclipse and all that is we know is just, we can see it. Mm-hmm. We can see it moving in, and it does what it does, and it's been doing that for ages. But we're talking about, once again, Bigfoot sightings, but again, the whole conversation today is: do we need to believe some of these psychics? Maybe one of them, maybe is okay, but when it filters down, and we have all been in school, right? Y'all remember they tell you in the ear, and then by the time we get to the other room,
Mm-hmm.
all right,
Exercise.
so
right.
I believe the original psychic told one psychic that one person is going to get abducted, and it was going to be while they're driving down the street. And then somebody else said something, and by the time it get to us, 700 people on a fucking mothership is getting ready to show up over a football game. That has to be what's happening here.
Definitely a possibility.
It has to be. Shade said the new prediction in July during the final World Cup soccer game. I still don't believe anything is going to happen, but I'll watch the game. I'm with you on that. See, being an observer from afar, we're on the same page. Now, had you said you're going to fly down there and go to the game and buy a ticket and sit in the audience on the 50-yard line so that it can see you, you get what I'm saying. But like you said, I'll probably watch it too, because you just want to see them. Like, and then you look real close. Did somebody disappear? Did 8 people over there just come up missing? And then you laugh. Mm-hmm. Boy, that was stupid, you know? And imagine people who are hiding right now who left a note. And hear me out. This is probably happening. We can probably check Reddit. There's people hiding right now who left a note that they are getting abducted by a UFO at the soccer game, and they're hiding because they don't want nobody to know they didn't get taken, because they need attention. And then they're going to come back 2 weeks later, and we're going to see those people on the internet. I'm predicting this, not like a psychic, because I'm like a madman here. I guarantee you we get 2 weeks from now a group of people saying they were taken and they're back. Who want to put money on that? $5.
That may happen.
$5. Who got me? Who want to bet with me or against me? In weeks to come, there's going to be somebody somewhere who's going to report that they were taken from this game and it was brought back. And they got a special message for everybody.
You remember the guy? Well, me personally, I think something's going on. Remember Travis Walton?
Mm-hmm.
The logger?
I'm okay with those actual events. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm a little more perturbed about the psychic people that are spreading the nuances of these big cataclysm stuff type shit.
False hopes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with, I believe in the experience of stories. I just don't believe in the bus is coming and there's Atlas and out, by the way, the Anunnaki will be here Monday.
Right.
And they're gonna give us reparations of 16 mules and 20 acres. I don't know. They're gonna pay everybody back. And they forget that they made us slaves in the first place. It wasn't even about color. It was a human slave. You get it's like people just not putting the stories together. So let me read over some of the stuff here and see anyone else saying something about Bogus said, what about the cult that has a mass unaliving claiming that the entities are telling them to do it? I believe now they literally left Earth. Okay, so we have heard this happening consistently. What was that? Wasn't the Applegate one? What was the one that happened where they were saying the mothership was coming? Major Applewhite, was that theirs?
I know there's one in California now.
They was doing that. She said, "Oh, Suicide Forest at the base of Mount Fuji
in Japan." Yeah,
Suicide Forest. I mean, come on. They're already telling you what's going to happen when you go there. I'm just saying that this is how it's going. So I know we had one of you saying that you were psychic, and you know you have predictions and things. And I'm not going to ask you to do a prediction here. That's not what we're talking about. But the whole point is understanding that there are some things out here. She said, "I feel sorry for those people who believe in the rapture." Well,
the thing is, the rapture wasn't even in the Bible, and I'm not knocking anyone's religion. Matter of fact, I respect all religions, but you just have to tell people the truth.
Right.
The rapture, it was entered by James Darby.
Right.
It was added to the Bible as a cliff note in 1827.
Okay.
And the Roman Catholic Church, hell wasn't even in the Bible.
Okay.
The Roman Catholic Church put that in the 1600s to create fear and mass control.
Okay.
So, again, I respect all religions, but you have to tell people facts. Facts, not theory.
Okay. Well, I mean, but facts is jaded by storytellers
Mm-hmm.
and all that. But I will tell you this: for those of you who have the drive, go look up the Luciferian training, and there was something else in there. You'll start finding out secrets about the Nephilims and these bloodlines and everything else. It's in this drive. That is something I encourage everybody to study when you get yours. And I'm gonna put my email address back up here on the screen. Did you send me an email? You said?
Yes, I sent it. It hadn't came back on my end, so
Yeah, mine either.
Yeah.
I sent a test.
you're good. I sent them both emails.
No, I haven't got it. Maybe it's not working.
Oh, you ain't got it?
You sent another one.
We didn't get a return.
Yeah, it hadn't got it. The last one I got was at 3:16. The last one I got before that was at 4:42. The last one that I got was from iCloud is full. So you try to send it through iCloud?
No, I sent it through
Rod at Roderick Martin?
Rod at Roderick Martin, and I did the yard
I
cheese
just
too.
sent another one.
Okay, so I got another one to Rod at Roderick Martin at contact at Wilder Big Secret at 5:30. So maybe it just stopped working about 5 minutes ago because we confirming that it's not working. All right, so since I tried again and it says domain is not on. Rod at roderickmartin.com.
I didn't get a kickback.
See if you got my test. I just sent the test.
You just sent a test.
Yeah, in the subject line test.
Devin just sent a test to Rod at Roderick Martin. I got it. And let me reply back to him saying it works. Okay.
How many times did you have to send it?
Twice.
Oh wow.
Okay. All right. So Devin's work. All right. Somebody on here who's watching right now, send me a test email. Rod at roderickmartin.com. Just say it's a test. Send me a test email and we'll continue to go there. Heaven's Gate. Yes, that is who I was referring to. Yeah, Heaven's Gate. Thank you. That's Applewhite told his people that the comet Hellbop was an alien ship, and they all got prepared for it.
The response that it went through?
Okay.
Huh?
I just got your response.
With me replying back to you? Yeah. Yeah, so it was Heaven's Gate was the one that they pretty much were talking about. So I think that's something interesting to pay close attention to is all I'm trying to say, because there's a lot of things out there that we need to do. So anyway, some of y'all send me a test. Let me just check to verify. Maybe you got to be closer and the email work like if you're like 10 feet away. All right. Okay. So thank you, Darshell or Darshelle, if I pronounced that right. So much love back to you. So it works. My email is working, Vogue Ganis. All right. So anyway, so it's Rod at roderickmartin.com if you are going to be one of the elite people and change the world, your own world, your family world, and you want to get access. Like I said, you got to get your drive. You know, I can order it from you through here, but those things minimum, I think this was a couple of $100, but we're talking 2 terabytes though. Okay. This is just the drive, not any information we're going to put up here, but and then we got, of course, our big money folks who got 4 terabytes. They ain't playing. They trying to hold the world in here, and so that's MG. You know, she got that one, and pretty much. All right, so let's just count. She said I just did. I had the spelling wrong. Okay, thank you. because I know my sugar honey iced tea works. I know it works. Okay. All right. So, any future predictions that you all have heard about on the internet, put it in the chat. Let's see what we're talking about. Any future projections, predict them by psychics, by the way. Let me make sure we clarify that. We're talking about psychics. Any future predictions being made by psychics? I want to know. Let's go with that. Did you get my email test? Is that from Jason? I got email tests from 7, 8 of y'all now. So now we know 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, Voganus. All right. So we got email tests from, yes, I'm going to reply to each and every one of you that, all of you, that it works. Yes. She said no caveat. I got you. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. It's okay. All right. So I got email tests from all of you, and I'll respond to each and every one of them. Okay. So Monkey, that was you. Okay. Yeah. So I got your email test. Yes. And yes. Let me just reply to all of y'all so y'all know that I say thanks that I got your test. Okay.
And a lot of predictions. Some people are saying that AI automation is going to disrupt job market. That's common sense. So that's really not a prediction. It's just, someone.
Well, they're saying that in 5 years, we're going to have 1 billion. And not 5 years. Elon Musk said there's going to be 5 billion robots.
Oh, shit. He's deploying them. I was in Austin last summer.
Right.
And I'm walking down the street. I see a robotic vehicle behind me. I'm like, holy shit. I look around. It's delivering food.
I mean, they're driving down the street now. I mean, you go downtown Dallas, the cars are driving, without anybody in it.
I forgot what city, but I just heard about this today. A car, Tesla, just ran into someone's home at top speed and killed like a 79-year-old elderly person. Well, top speed. Just
at this point, I mean, they had a good life now. I mean, it's like they get ready to leave money to the family. I was at the dentist's office last year, and they was doing some stuff, and the lady in there was 96 years old. And they told me I had to wait. I said, let her wait that shit out. What are you talking about? I'm in some pain, dude. She's been 97 years. What are you talking about?
Have a little sympathy, man.
Sympathy. I'm like, I'm in pain.
So a 96-year-old woman can't be in pain.
I'm saying I'll just wait it out.
Man.
I'm saying, get me done. You know what I'm saying?
No, see, I totally disagree with you on that. But
I'm not being a bad person. I'm just saying 90-something years old.
No,
what's the rush at this point?
The issue that I have is, like my mom, this past year, she's been, this past November was a year.
Right.
So she died at 93.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I'm hurt. That's mom.
All right. We put the personal touch on it.
I get that. It hurt. It hurt to my core, but 93 years old. Now, someone that's 90 plus, 85 plus, and they're crying for the next 3 years because, gone too soon. No, they're on borrowed time. You're only, the Bible says you're only supposed to have 70, which is 70 years.
Right.
And so they were on borrowed time anyway.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm saying I'm okay with, I get what you're saying. All right. So let's look at someone else. Someone said they have security robots. Vagana said that they predicting that a volcano is supposed to cause a mega tsunami soon. I don't know the names, but I watched the Stephen Burns. He speaks of cosmic weather, and he was telling me about solar flares. I mean, I'm with you. I'm with prediction of a tsunami, but they're predicting things that we know is going to happen already. They just do. It's like me telling you it's going to rain this year.
Right.
I'm telling you it's going to rain this year. Now what? And then we got a prediction on that it's going to rain this year, and pretty much from that. All right, so I just wanted to kind of go into those conversations. Someone says Stephen Burns is an agent. Okay, all right. What do you say about that?
Stephen Burns
is an agent. Yeah. Well, somebody had a conversation about some predictions, so
I don't know.
Yeah, so
I can't comment on that.
Yeah, I don't know who he is anyway. So I might have seen his face, but I don't know personally who the person is.
Oh yeah, there was a prediction in August. Someone just reminded me. I think it was August 12th.
Okay.
That the Earth is supposed to lose gravity for, I think they said 3 seconds.
Okay.
And tens of thousands of people are supposed to die.
Okay. They say Stephen Burns does geological readings. Okay. So I guess that'll tie into the volcano.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he does geophysics. He's a geologist. Okay. All right. So and like I said, I may have seen his face then and just don't know. But at this point, we just got to go with. Victoria said, "Let's go with what the Hopi says." Yeah. Someone says, "I've heard about underwater warfare, mass food loss, and the zombie apocalypse." Now, the zombie apocalypse is brewing.
We just talked about that.
We just talked about that too, but it is really brewing. I'm seeing some stuff. I was reading or watching some real major stuff about that, and they're saying. And by the way, I was watching David Pilates' The Hunted, and they were showing these extraterrestrials coming down, picking up deer and elk as though they're trying to fix something that was getting ready to get out of hand, and it already has. And when they talked about the mad cow and something else, it wasn't supposed to jump into humans, but allegedly it did. And now they're looking at it. And so there's zombie disease been out for a long time, that why these people are building bunkers.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the Walmarts are closing, and they're building, 10-foot barbed wire fences and all around there. But
well, they get stolen. They get robbed blind.
Yeah.
Their loss prevention is off the
There's
roof.
been situations and reports throughout the nation, probably the world, of people eating raw animals, human beings. TMZ, I showed you that.
Yeah.
TMZ covered a story about someone eating.
But they've been eating people for quite some time. I mean, we got people eating people, but you're saying finding somebody laying in the street and start nibbling them.
Yeah. Yeah. And just for info, for people that don't know, cannibalism is not illegal in the United States.
No,
it's only illegal in one state, and don't quote me, but I believe it's Idaho. But you can eat human remains in 49 states, and it's 100% legal.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, we had a great time this weekend for those of you who came out to watch the movie, and we did it. We sold some hot dogs. And thank y'all for supporting what we were doing there. And we will be doing our first poetry night on July 11th. And so hopefully you all come out to that. And then we're going to have our anniversary, our annual anniversary, or our first annual anniversary, where it all began. We're going to be there July the 18th, where we're going to have some barbecue. We're going to be outside, inside, outside, so to speak. The kids can come. We're just going to be lounging, plenty of place to chill and sit and have a great time. We don't really have the time, but maybe early and come on up to the day. It's just us. We're just going to have family and do that. So that's going to be July the 18th. And then July the 27th, we're going to have throwback karaoke. That's the thing. Throwback karaoke. So we're going to throw it back and go back to the 80s and 90s and see what your skills look like. There's the flyer, y'all. What do you think? Okay. Throwback karaoke, July 25th. And good. Yeah, we're going to have a great time there. So, but anyway, so July the 11th. Make sure y'all come out because I know some of you write poetry. I know some of you are pretty much doing that, and so we definitely want you all to come out there. Someone says, let's go back to here. I'm just tuning in. Don't know how far you explained the earthquakes, but it's probably Venezuela. Somebody said something about that. And if you do the measurements on a globe, you'll see that other huge ones exactly the opposite. You know, it's just so much stuff out here when it comes down. I don't know that's right. Wondering why they let McDonald's sponsor them. Guess they needed the coin. Yeah. Who let McDonald's sponsor them? Maybe I need to go up some to kind of see. Oh, y'all talking to each other. The love connection is happening in Dallas. Yes. So August the 8th, we're going to have some love connection for those of you in Dallas. Brother Yosef and New Life Tools, New Life Love, Brother Dreamwise and Drea be here. And then we have Kwana. She coming out of Atlanta is going to be here. I'll be emceeing. We're going to have great conversations there. And of course, if you're there looking and wondering love, then yeah, you're going to come and do that. Oh man, I did a Madonna's lip sync when I was in the community on YouTube. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we're going to have a throwback. It'll be the 90s to the 2000s. R&B, hip hop, reggae, and more. So that's going to be our karaoke on the 25th. So we'll be putting that together. He says, "Ain't to be proud to be big. Please don't leave me a grill. Leave me a grill. Don't leave me grill." I'm not for sure on what you're saying there, brother. XO. So we'll go with that. Rodder, will any of your events be streamed virtual? The one on August the 8th, we plan on having that one streamed. And then, as far as we do need to stream that portrait night or some shit. Yeah. You know what? We're going to see about streaming portrait night. Maybe at $5 or $6 or something. Just let people see it. Put up a camera. I think we're going to do that. That's a great idea. I think we will look at the poetry night and stream it. And I think that's what we're going to do. So maybe awesome. $5, because of the fees of the credit card machine stuff, maybe $6 or something, $7. No more than $7, but yeah, we'll stream it for a few hours and do that. That'll be cool. Great idea, Terrence. We're going to do that. But anyway, real quickly, if you have an opportunity, Judith has been making people's malas. This is a mala she made, but I had Brother Yosef's medallion placed on it. 2.0 is what it's called. Boy, I slept with this the other night and did not get bothered by anybody. He told me to. He said, "Go put that thing on when you go to sleep." And this thing is a beautiful my piece thing. Yeah. And so go to Charming Malas and make sure you all get you a mala. There's a link in the description of the video. Then of course you already know we got our shea butter. I had some on the other day. Somebody grabbed my hand at the store and she was like, "Oh, you so soft," and everything else. And I said, "Let me go for I call the police." And I felt violated, but it was the shea butter. So I really felt violated. I was like, let me go.
It was like that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
She wasn't a bad looking chick, but just caught my ass off guard.
Oh, okay.
I was not ready for that shit. I was like, turn me loose.
As long as you feel
let me go. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm looking at her like, I just felt violated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let me, you know what I'm saying? And then by the time I got in the car, like, what the fuck were you thinking? That was easy.
Violated in a good way.
Right.
I was like, brother, that was easy. Low hanging fruit. What are you doing? Get back in the game. Get out of your feelings. You know what I'm saying? All right, you're like, get out of your feelings. Get back in the game, dude. That wasn't this head talking. That was the other one. Like, get back in the game. What are you doing?
Real quick, Vaughan has made a comment.
All right.
And I'm gonna leave it general because they know which comment they're talking about.
Right.
But yeah, we can go deep and hard on that subject if you're ever in Dallas at our live events. It's kind of inappropriate to talk about it, live on this
air.
platform.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we can go hard and deep on that subject, Vulcanist.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up, but we can't talk about it on this platform.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so we're doing. I have a new idea that we're gonna try tomorrow. I was gonna work on it today. We're going to do more investigative type podcasts too, some of these conspiracies. And I think we need to look deeper into some of these other individuals. So I got our software stuff to develop my, what I call my evidence board type stuff. And I'm going to put it on our screen and we'll start doing that. I'm going to put the little website where we all can contribute and add different documents and stuff. I prefer not getting any just links. You know how people, share the links from Instagram as somebody else's. We need some deep research of some of the stuff that we're going to be doing. And so tomorrow, I think, or Wednesday, we'll do the first show in that style and format. And I think it's something we can build upon, something that the community, everybody can get involved in. I'll show the team in a little bit. I've been working on it all weekend. It's something I've been wanting to do for a year. And so now we got the capabilities of doing it. So just the idea of it. Now, if you're coming out for poetry night, we're in meeting with a sponsor, the tequila company, which is Cara Buena Tequila. And if y'all know, I had my first tequila from them the other day, and I was buzzed. I was buzzed out. And it caused me to start drinking, by the way. And so I started drinking after that. I had not another tequila, but I had wine cooler. And as I promised the team, because they did so much good job this weekend, this is on me. Y'all get y'all some wine cooler, baby.
Right.
Yes, so it's on me. I bought a whole case. Y'all get to celebrate today. In fact, you might want to go put one in the freezer right now. It's gonna take 30 minutes.
All right.
Jamaica Me Crazy, I think, is one of the best ones for you. Mm-hmm. And
you want a Jamaica down?
Yeah, they have all of them Jamaica flavors, but I would say Jamaica Me Happy is the one I like.
It don't matter.
It don't matter for you? Is that what he said?
Jamaica Me Crazy.
No, Jamaica Me Happy is mine. So put that one in and put it in the freezer for me. And we're gonna do it. But anyway, so yeah. So that's the celebration of that. So this is what so there you go. They all get to have a little cooler today. And Margarita Monday, baby. All right, so let me look here. Someone else said, I feel the meaning of life is knowledge through pain, attain. Anu was God, Nu was the Allah name, the Kia, but it's up to us to experience pain without letting any other 7 episodes, okay? Roderick, call them an Uber. I know, right? We shall do just that. Roderick, how do I go about purchasing the drive? My email address is rod@roderickmartin.com. Email me today, put your name or a number, and I will call you probably about an hour after the show. I'm gonna do Patreon for the 33 degree members that's part of Patreon. We're doing our astro body and stuff and learning how to communicate with each other. And I don't know why all of y'all are not in there and downloading those documents and audio files and learning how to go deeper in this world. But we're going to shut that thing down in a couple of days, a week. If you do not have your membership, don't worry, we will open it back up, and some of the stuff I'll leave in there or whatever. But we're just trying to get our small group to start sending messages to each other, okay? It's in the Patreon, Truth versus Authority Patreon, the 33 degrees parallel. That's what it's called. And so you definitely want to go in there and get some better understanding. There it is on the screen there. Let me make sure I do that. So there's the Patreon. And, hang on. Let me take the banner down. There's the Patreon, Truth versus Authority. Get your membership in there. The 33 parallels, $33. But we're uploading, going live in there on behind the scenes, doing our esoteric knowledge and learning. Screenshot that because I'm going to take this down. I just want y'all to be able to see that to go in there. But back to a guy, should I just wait to email you? Should I just wait to email? No, you can go ahead and email me now. Yeah, go ahead and email me now. She said, okay, I need to handle something, but I will be able to do it in about 2 weeks. Yeah, just email me in 2 weeks. We may not still be offering it in 2 weeks, but just reach out and just see, okay? Because once we get the extra 5 or 6 people, I'm going to close it out permanently because I'm just using an inside research group so that we all, because everybody who's doing this is under the assumption if they find something that another person haven't found, that we're sharing information, because there's so much. One person couldn't go through this in a lifetime. You know, well, by lifetime, you wouldn't read in the first 10 years, so you wouldn't be able to do that. But over time, but you still just shoot out, and we'll just kind of see where we are from there. But just know the first thing is you're going to get a 2 terabyte hard drive. Now, what other people have done is send them, and I just order it from Amazon and get it to me, and cut down the time of them getting it and shipping it back and forth, along with what it takes there. But again, just understand that this is not for the faint of heart. There's stuff in here you're going to learn about this world that you may not want that truth. Okay. You're going to run through some things that will defy your religion. You're going to run through things that's going to show you what this world is about, and you're going to know who's doing whatever. You're going to read stuff that you may have seen from people, different things that they pulled. You're going to see a lot of hidden truth, and you're going to get a lot of esoteric knowledge. Just combing through, watching and learning. You probably will never need another subscription nowhere else. And if you want to start your own podcast, you could. If you want to go change the world, you will be able to. Most importantly, save it and pass it down, because in 50 years, 25 years, none of this stuff will be available anymore. I promise you. Yeah, I think that's the cheapest that we saw on Amazon was $130. Yeah, yeah. So that was one of the cheapest that we saw. Now, of course, the contribution to us for that will be a little more than that, but I promise you it'll be worth this wait forever. That you will be blessed to understand that. And like I said, but if we can get 4 or 5 more people to enter our inner circle that we're doing right now, you will be blessed, and we'll try to put everybody eventually in a group chat, and that'll be our insider for years to come. Okay, because you have decided to go for everything. And like I said, there's so much in here. My drive is waterproof. And of course, this one is waterproof, so SSD, and they're into IT, so I knew when I got this one, they knew. But yeah, so you can't even zap this one, no moving parts, none of that stuff. So that was the whole point. All right, so don't forget, get your charming models. Go down here in Holly. Made some. She got some new up and coming shea butter that's coming out. I got samples of it over here, and we've got some good stuff going. We're going to be making. It's already almost done over there in the 3D printer. What the one I gave you? Let me have that one blue.
Right there.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, and let me have that other one right there with the design. Yeah, to your right. Come down. Yeah. Not that one. The blue one to the left. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
All right. So, and then let me have that little black bag, the smaller one. All right. So what we're going to be doing, I'm making 3D printed stuff. Now this is small, and y'all probably can't see that, but you see it's got the little blue eyes. But I'm making big ones like this, really big. This is another one, what I call ancient alien design with hieroglyphs on them. I'm painting these myself. And someone said, what's your email address? It is, put in the chat for them, rod@roderickmartin.com. It's to Angel. So what I suggest as a hobby, go to Amazon, and then y'all get you some acrylic paint, okay? I'm having so much fun painting. So I'm gonna stuff like this, I'm gonna paint his eyes, and we can paint him or whatever. I'm making these head big ones, but I got some nicer ones I'm working on right now. The sample is over there. The 3D printer is already printing. Y'all can see it back over here. And I'm gonna be able to ship these out to you, and I want y'all to start painting them and everything else. Rob, what's up? I have the two and any other fee to obtain. Yeah. So there's a fee for the information. Of course it is. We pay a lot of money for it, but as a crowdsourcing, we're doing that. But email me. Now, I need y'all to email, put in you want the hard drive. and put in a phone number. So you're going to get my personal number. I'm going to call you and talk to you so you'll know what's going on. But the email address is right here on the screen, rod@roderickmartin.com, and it works now. It wasn't working when Vulgaris was there. It was turned off for every time that they used it. I love you. I'm just teasing. But at the end of the day, it's working right now. And go ahead and email me. Now, I'm saying this to say, I'm not calling anyone out. Over the last week, we probably have 40 people said they was going to email, and only 3, 4 actually did with their number, so I can call them back. I can't for the life of me understand why people will have these conversations. You see who I am. I got to trust and know who I'm talking to, you know, because this is not something you just give to anybody. So if I can talk to you on the phone and get to know you, I mean, it helps. And some people just ask questions on the email. They don't even want to. And I'm like, so there's about 7 of you. I did not respond purposely because I don't know you. And you see me, you can try, I'm giving you who I am, but at least I asked for a telephone number. And it just boggles me. But if you want to be that secretive, then that's okay. But that means we won't even get past our story. We can't even meet each other, you know, and it just doesn't make sense to me, you know. You know who I am, you know my name, I'm in Dallas, and I'm giving you my personal phone number, and then you want to hide behind all this anonymity. You know, all I see is your username. That's all I know. But when you get past that username, I like to call you by your name. You know, hey, Jimmy, hey, Jane, you know, how you doing today? You know what I'm saying? And then you got my number. You can text me. You can do whatever. Someone said, honestly, I watched a bunch of conspiracies that made me cautious of revealing myself. And I understand. I get that. That's not what, and I understand that. But in order for us to do the things that we're going to be doing together, we got to trust one another and do that. But Roderick, you should 3D pen a Vagja. What is that? And they handheld objects used for, oh, I got one of them. Shoot, I ain't 3D printing that bad, but I got a real one. What I do with mine? I sleep with it. I think I brought it home yesterday. Well, I got one of them, baby. And TK got one. Yours got a bell, don't it?
Came with a bell and a
Hers
Buddha.
came with a bell. We ordered hers with a bell. Yep. I don't know how to 3D print one of those. That would be cool though. But mine is a Tibet. It's from Tibet. I'm looking for it. It may be at home. But I got one of them. I keep 2. I got one in particular, but I think I have it at home by my bed. Because I was fighting some battles this week. So I took it home. But yes, that is the real deal. You got to get you one of them. I'm trying to think where my other one went. That makes me wonder. Did they get sideswiped or something? But anyway, yes. It helps channel energy and all that. Well, cool. Like I said, yeah, I have one. I usually wear it on my necklace. I have a chain for it as well. I sent a test email and inquiry about the autographed book I ordered. When did you order the book? Now, if you just ordered the book within the last 4 or 5 days or 6 days, I just got a stack of 50 books right there. So I'll be sending it out. Okay. If it's any time before that, you should have already had it, but I'll answer the email today. Okay. And then if you have a number there, we will be doing that as well. Okay. All right. I got you. Test story. All right. So once again, if you are interested in, let me put the email up, and we're going to get ready to get out of here in a minute here. And so tomorrow we're going to do our first test of our new collective investigations. So I want y'all to be a part of it so we can kind of do it. And then the website should be ready for you to add to different cases that we're working on, and all of those things. We were doing it. So Rod, I sent a test email to rod@roderickmartin.com. Is it the, Okay, I don't know what this one is, but boy, y'all got some stuff here. Okay, so Asian child care, is that what it was? Okay, we have and then y'all give a shout out to Jenny. You're gonna meet us in a Patreon. I will be live in a Patreon in about 30 minutes. So come in there and then I'll tell you what you need to be downloading in the Patreon so we can start our out of body experience. I have not gotten an email from some of you who said you're trying to and everything else. And so again, I will call you. I received my autographed book and started reading it this week. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. And thank you for your support. Okay. Much love to you, Shannon. And all right. So again, rod@roderickmartin.com. You do not want to miss the world of knowing the world. That's all I'm going to tell you. And again, it's not for everybody. It's not for whatever for the world. But if you question everything and you want to become, and again, you're going to get some knowledge, and you can't, once you open this door, you can't close it. It's not bad, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. But it will equip you for what is happening out here in this world. Okay, that I will tell you. Roderick, you got my email. So Terrence, did I get you? Oh, about the I meant to. Yeah, did you put your number in there, Terrence? You was asking me about the spaceship, right? So I did get your email. And S Panther, I just got yours. And I got your number. I'll call you between another hour or so if you're up. Okay, so I'll give you a call. And yes, Terrence. So I will email you some pictures of a couple of ideas. And if there is some ideas we can do, you can kind of show me, and then we'll kind of go from there. And pretty much. And what else I was going to ask you? When are you going to do the part two of Allison Crawl? I did the part two. Oh no, I didn't. Did I? I did. No, I did. I did the part two already.
The second 5.
Yeah. I did it the next day or the day after or the day. So yeah, go look it up. I did do it.
The next day.
The next day. So I did do it the next day. Okay. So yeah, you can do it. Yes, there's a lot of that's Devin talking Zeus. All right. I forgot to add my number. Yeah, please resend it and add your number. Okay, and I'll check them all. Zeus Thunderbolt is actually a Vajra. I don't know where my is right here. Usually I have it in my. It's got to be at home though, because I took it home. But I got one. Like I say, there were some greatest magicians and people in the world made sure that I bought one of those. And then I made sure TK got hers, but hers came with the bell. I'm going to order another one, and do that. But that thing you can put in your pocket and you walk up to some people, they know you got it. Them entities, and they know that thing is in your pocket. Okay. So I keep it, especially when I go to business meetings and stuff. I like to disrupt them, and take it with me, and pretty much. All right. So I love you, each and every one of you. I love you. Today is Monday. We're going to go 5 for 5 this week. I'll be in a Patreon. Give me 30 minutes to get in the Patreon for those of you who are going to be part of our parallel group, the 33 parallel. Like I say, we're going to be working on, I'm going to do an update to see where you are. And we're just doing each week by itself in there. Once we get to the phase where we can start sending messages, let's start meeting each other in the astro and having conversations. But right now you want to protect yourself, learn the different energies, the healing codes, the different things that you can do. And we will be doing that. And again, for those of you who are supporting what we're doing, my heart just goes out to you. You have no clue of what we have in store and what we've been trying to put together over this year. So it's been very tough. And I've had a lot of reasons to fight back my own pettiness of like, yeah. But I think we do have it all figured out, and we will continue to move forward and bless people just as much as we're blessed to do what we're doing. But we could not do it without you. Now, for those of you who's going to be in that inner circle for content, now let's play the game. Let's give them something that they never thought we can do together. And let's support each other. I love you, Roderick, for all that you do, and you're a good person, man. Thank you. I appreciate your golden sun kiss. I try to be, and all we can do is just work to be better as we were yesterday. Then, as far as we better yesterday, and every human mistake we're going to make, we're going to be capable of making. But the good part about it is being around people who are practicing empathy, and empathy is the greatest gift. If you look at the Disclosure movie, that's what they wanted us to learn, because empathy allows you to listen to people objectively and non-judgmental, and also know that we are collective consciousness. You don't have to put yourself, you can put yourself in their shoes, but don't walk in them so that you can understand. Do you have any research in Canada? I live in, I don't know specifically for Canada. Well, there's a lot of Canada stuff in here. The stuff that I was saying is drive and all that is worldly, worldly, right? So it's going to be things that we would learn worldly. And like I said, I'll check the emails and do all that in a minute. I'm going to do Patreon. Like I said, I'm behind, but I'll go in there in about 20 or 30 minutes after this. And if you missed the live in Patreon, you can just play it. The video will go back up and you'll just see what we're talking about. It'll be 15, 20 minutes guiding you through what we're doing. And like I say, shout out to Jenny, who just joined us, the Patreon right now. And I'll put that back on the screen real quick for those of you. Screenshot this, just have it in here. Patreon, Truth versus Authority. Meet us in there, and meet us in there for higher learning and training. Consistently, we're going to be doing that together. Okay. So with that being said, I love you, and I'll see you all tomorrow, 5 o'clock. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 5 o'clock, and we're going to do our first investigation style, and it'll be on the. I'll be standing up on the board. Okay, so we'll do that. See y'all tomorrow.
UFOs.
UAPs.
Unidentified anomalous phenomena.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Who are they? Where are they from? And what is their intent?
All questions that immediately come to mind with the mention of UFOs. A Pentagon report is detailing a dramatic increase in UFO sightings, more than 350 since 2021. Many of them are explained as being drones, birds, or weather events, but about half of them remain unexplained.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
This video taken by the Navy showing what he describes as pyramid-shaped UFOs flying over the USS Russell off the San Diego coast in July of 2019. The Pentagon has since confirmed that the video is authentic.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection. Late this afternoon, a bulletin from New Mexico suggested that the widely publicized mystery of the flying saucers may soon be solved. Army Air Force officers reported that one of the strange discs had been found and inspected sometime last week. Our correspondents in Los Angeles and Chicago have been in contact with Army officials endeavoring to obtain all possible late information. Joe Wilson reports to us now from Chicago. The Army may be getting to the bottom of all this talk about the so-called flying saucers. As a matter of fact, the 509th Atomic Bomb Group headquarters at Roswell, New Mexico, reports that it has received one of the discs which landed on a ranch outside Roswell. The disc landed at a ranch at Corona, New Mexico, and the rancher turned it over to the Air Force. Rancher W.W. Brazil is the man who discovered the saucer.
There's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
More people are coming forward with their own sightings.
Videos recorded by U.S. Navy personnel have added a new layer of evidence to the current national debate about UFOs.
Right at that moment, I saw what looked like 5 lights flying in formation in kind of an inverted check mark.
The NASA independent study team did not find any evidence that UAP have an extraterrestrial origin. We don't know what these UAP are.
The mysterious flying objects are still a mystery. NASA will continue investigating them and has appointed a director of UAP research.
Technology that we faced was far superior than anything that we had.
Look at the fly!